guys, so welcome back to my channel. It's Corey-leigh. If you're new here, if you're an oldie, then thanks for coming back. Thanks for watching my videos, I really appreciate it. So today I am doing a Q&A about, well, it's the part 2 of life in lockdown and after having a baby. So it's all based around sex, body confidence, things that help me, etc. So I'll be answering the questions that you asked me on Instagram. If you can hear a rocking kind of noise thing in the background, it's my son. He's asleep in his rocker at the moment, so yeah, it's making little noises back there. I'll try and speak louder, but yes. Enjoy the video, guys, and if you like the video, please like, comment and subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. I can't believe it, I'm at 50 subscribers now. I know it's only a small number to most people, but it is actually an achievement to me. When I first started, I didn't exactly think that anyone would want to watch me, let alone 50 people. So yeah, thank you so much and enjoy the video. Mwah. So like I said, guys, if you hear any noises in the background, it is my son. He's in his rocker literally by there. That's what's swinging back and forth and what you can hear. And obviously his little noises, he is fine. So first question is, on a scale of 1 to 10, how much did labour hurt, or giving birth hurt, I should say? I would say a solid 10. Like, no two ways about it. I had an epidural and I still felt every damn thing. So this is the reality of trying to film a video with a newborn, or should I say 2-month-old. Yeah, I hope nobody minds. I'm just gonna be rocking back and forth while he's on my lap, but it's the only way at the moment. And he wants to settle, isn't it, baby? Yes. So one of the questions was, on a scale of 1 to 10, how much did sex hurt after having a vaginal birth? So obviously, here we go. Here we go! I bled for about 6 to 7 weeks after having him. It's normal, 6 to 8 weeks normally, I think. And yeah, so we obviously didn't do anything during that time. I didn't anyway. And then I think I waited until he was like 9 weeks before we done anything, to be perfectly honest with you. Yeah, it was scary. I was actually scared. I was afraid, to be perfectly honest with you. I think it's because something's like come out of there and I had stitches and things like that I just thought, what's the matter with you? What was I saying? I just thought like, oh my God, you know, I've just had stitches, I've given birth out of there, like what is that? I didn't even look. I did not even look and see what my stitches were like or how they were healing or anything. I was too afraid. Honest to God, it was like, imagine putting something in there, something could just come out. I know that sounds mad, but yeah. And to be honest, he watched the whole birth. Like, he watched the midwife cut me open, stitch me back up and everything. So I thought, oh my God, he's never going to want to look down there ever again, to be perfectly honest with you. Yeah, so it was weird. The first time we did it was weird, really. Yeah, so I was a bit afraid to actually put something in when something just came out. I had stitches. They'd barely healed because they split open and then had to wait even longer for them to re-heal. So yeah, it was weird. It was like a strange sensation at first, but then it was normal, if that makes any sense whatsoever. I can't even describe it. How could I describe it? It just felt like something was in there that shouldn't really be in there. But then my body was kind of like adapting to it. I don't know whether that makes any sense whatsoever. I'm probably just rambling, but yes. So, yeah. Oh. One of the kind of myths is the hair on your belly falls off after pregnancy. Well, I don't know whether this is a myth. I'm not too sure, because it didn't happen for me. So when you get pregnant, your belly obviously overproduces certain hormones and you do get a hairy belly. Some people get a linea negra, I think it's called, and it's literally like a line going down from your belly button all the way down to your pubic line. I didn't get that. I did have a hairy belly though. And they told me that it would fall out after having him, like a few weeks after, but it never, like nothing fell out. So I had to shave it off in the end. I was kind of sick of it. But yeah, I don't know whether it is a myth or whether it just didn't fall out for me, but yeah, so that's that one. Somebody asked, did I shave whilst I was pregnant, as in like shave my legs, shave my vagina? Up until I was like in my 3rd trimester, I actually did. And then once you can't see it any longer, you just forget it's there, to be perfectly honest with you. Yeah. Another question was, did I shave for my birth? So obviously I had an induced labour, so I knew when the date was going to be and when I was kind of going to go into labour. And yes, of course I did. I wanted a fake tan, but they told me I couldn't because they needed to see my natural like skin colour if anything did go wrong. And obviously if I was like orange, they wouldn't know if I had jaundice or anything, or if I was losing too much blood, if I was too pale, etc. So yeah, they said I couldn't have a spray tan because I do my own spray tans. Yeah, if you don't know, go and follow my page. I'll link it either here or like down below. Obviously it's closed at the moment. Oh, you tired? Obviously, yeah, like I said, it is closed at the moment, but I will be reopening once COVID is lifted and the lockdown is lifted and we can just get back to normal. So somebody asked if I could choose next time, would I, sorry, I'm just pushing the rocker, I was checking on him. Would I have a natural birth or a C-section? I'm clearly boring him. I would have a natural birth again, I think, personally. I didn't have what I would say is a awful or traumatic labour. It wasn't great, but it wasn't traumatic for me. So yeah, I would definitely have a natural birth again. One of my friends asked, did your stitches sting? He can answer that question. They did like a bitch. Like honestly, the aftercare for having an episiotomy was no joke. I sat on like a half circle rubber ring looking thing for a good 2 months. Sitting down was just the worst thing in the world. I used ice packs, warm baths, but obviously you couldn't do that for too long. You can't use anything down there, like no soap, no nothing, literally just water. If you went for a bath, you had to only stay in it for 10 to 15 minutes. And I love a bath. I am a slut for a bath. So the thought of not being able to stay in there for longer than 10 to 15 minutes and having it at like tepid water was not okay. I was taking paracetamol, ibuprofen like 3 or 4 times a day, probably more if I'm totally honest with you, because you can't take anything else. And obviously I was breastfeeding, so I definitely couldn't take any other painkillers. So the answer to that question is, did your stitches sting? Yes, like a motherfucker. So one of the girls asked, how are you so confident after having a baby? In my opinion, I got more confident after having him because I thought, if I can give birth, then I can do anything. Honestly, I was in the mindset that this body grew a child, birthed a child, caring for a child, like nursing a child, breastfeeding. How could I be cruel to it? How could I be not body confident, really? Not saying that I love every part of my body, because I definitely don't, but I grew a child. The stretch marks are there to prove it. The mum tum is there to prove it. The extra weight is there to prove it. But I wouldn't have it any other way. Women are amazing. Like, they're the most strongest, wonderfulest creatures. And yeah, I think it's a miracle, honestly. Birth, labour, everything is an absolute blessing. So somebody asked, do I feel isolated after giving birth in lockdown? So yes, definitely. We can't go to mum and baby groups. We can't go and see certain friends that I want him to meet, or family even. Look, even he's annoyed about it. But yeah, so I do feel isolated in a way. Yes, baby? Yeah, I do feel isolated. I wish we could go to mum and baby groups. I have been joining a baby sensory group in the Vale. So I am lucky, really. It's been over Zoom. He really enjoys it. I really enjoy it. So that's kind of my outlet, but also, you know, it's not the same as a baby class. The question was, do I feel like I'm going to miss out now that I'm a mum? Obviously it's lockdown, so I'm not missing out on anything, but I totally get where this question's coming from. Because obviously if my friends are out partying, etc. But to be honest, I've never been that person anyway. I don't really like to drink, if I'm honest. Like, have a glass of wine here and there, but nothing, I'm not bothered. I don't feel like I'm missing out in any way, shape or form. I'm a stay in, PJs, bath, Netflix, Chinese kind of gal. Clearly, from the chins. So, somebody did ask, have I got more friends since giving birth? And yes and no, to be honest. There's been a lot of my friends that have given birth as well, so they've got little babies of their own, and obviously we've become quite close because of the fact that we've given birth at the same time, as in during a lockdown. We can relate to each other. We ask each other, you know, is this poo normal? Is it supposed to be green? Why am I feeling like this? Why is baby fussy this week? Download this app and it tells you, you know, everything about why they're going through this phase and stuff. It's really nice, actually. It is nice to have that support. So yeah, I suppose in tow, I have gained more friends since having him, which is quite nice. Obviously, it's all virtual, so whether they actually last after the lockdown's lifted and we go for food, etc., we will see. So another question was, how do I feel about taking Rocky out during Corona, i.e. taking him to shops, etc.? My opinion on this is I'm half and half. Some days my anxiety takes over and I'm like, oh my God, I'd rather him stay home and be safe and never catch anything and never be ill. And then the other half of me is like, he needs to build up an immune system. Number one, we're safe, we're wearing a mask. Number two, we're hand sanitizing like it's nobody's business. He's in a pram, he's away from everyone, nobody's holding him. So really, in turn, he's safe regardless. As long as we're safe, he's safe. Somebody just put aftercare, so I'm guessing they mean the aftercare after giving birth. So paracetamol, ibuprofen, spritz for bits if you've had a natural birth, or even if you've had an episiotomy as well, because obviously it's natural birth, but you know what I mean, you've had stitches, etc. Ice packs were my actual saviour. Lots and lots of sanitary towels, of course. The thicker the better, in my opinion. You bleed like it's no tomorrow. Also, aftercare. Contact your midwife if you have any concerns. Contact your health visitor. The midwives are absolutely wonderful. They worked in the Heath, UHW, I should say. I cannot thank them enough. If I had any worries, you have a 24-hour number you can ring. They literally will answer any question, whether it's to do with you, whether it's to do with baby, until you're signed off from them and you're signed onto the health visitor, they will deal with everything. They will come out when you want them to. If they come out on a Tuesday and you're worried by the Friday, they will come out the Friday or Monday, because they don't work weekends. They are amazing, honestly. I just want to say a big thank you to everyone who's subscribed, who's liked, who's shared my videos, who's messaged me just saying I really enjoy them. I love the feedback, and it's given me the confidence to carry on doing this and share my story, be honest with you guys about motherhood and just general life. Just wanted to add in that the candle burning in the background is actually a wax melt by Scented Sundays. If you don't know who they are, go have a look on Instagram, Facebook. Amazing scents. I've got Alien, Pink Sands, Coconut. She does any scent you want. They smell unreal. I can smell it from upstairs. They are beautiful packaging, and I just really love them. So go give them a follow on Instagram or Facebook. I'd really appreciate it. She's a lovely girl. And yeah, she deserves all the luck in the world for a new business. Thank you so much for watching, and any questions, please leave them down below. I would really appreciate it. and I'll be back very soon with another video. Bye guys!